I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. S3rena Nici joins me. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Great that you're here. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Sure. I'm S3rena Nici, part-time human, part-time celestial snake goddess, and I am shirking my divine duties, normally to play games, but today I'm doing an interview with Eric Loy here.
And we thank you very much for that. Anytime I can help you shirk your duties, I'm all good for
it. Hey, I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. I'll hit you up.
I didn't get where I am today without shirking most of my duties.
Oh,
that's absolutely true. So when did you get started with the VTuber community?
I really started in, I think, late July to August was when I really started VTubing and also kind of taking it more seriously.
Yeah.
It started a little bit as kind of a thing between my friends to see, quote unquote, how hard VTubing can be, which, by the way, it definitely has its own struggles. I have a much better appreciation for it now that I'm 3 months in.
That does tend to, once you've got your feet wet a little bit, you realize that you got to get bigger boots.
Yeah. And I do really like it though. I wasn't sure if I would. So I got a free model off Vroid, and I made it up. I made it look really pretty, kind of made it look the way that I would want to present myself as a VTuber persona. And then I just started really going for it, and I was like, wait, this is so much fun. So some of my friends have already stopped VTubing because they're like, this isn't for me. Yeah. But I was like, no, this is it for me. This is amazing. Everyone here is so nice. So I love it.
Is that what really hooked you into it once you got started, was the community and interacting with people?
Yeah. When I first started, I think I wasn't even at affiliate at all. I had 30 followers. And one of the groups that I was, the Discord servers that I was in, that I really wanted to kind of get more involved in, they were doing a tarot deck, like a VTuber tarot deck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And to promote it, they were doing a raid train, which is kind of they, over the period of 24 hours, and I think it was for the whole week, so it was 7 days a week, 24 hours, they swap communities. So basically one person will raid into one person, and then that person will raid into another person, but everyone is promoting the tarot deck. But it keeps it alive, it keeps the knowledge going, and I was like, hey, I don't really have anyone, but would it be okay if I participated? This seems really cool, and I would love to support.
Yeah. And
they were like, absolutely, we don't care if you're really small at all, you can just hop right in. And I was like, really?
It's nice to be able to be able to get into something like that and not feel like an outsider looking in.
Yeah, and they were so nice and supportive about it too. Yeah. And they were like, we'll help you with your stream, we'll help you with anything that you need, just let us know, we realize you're a baby here, so we'll help you.
Yeah. So your first experiences were good ones then?
Oh yeah. I don't think I've had really any bad experiences.
Well,
I know that I'm lucky enough to say, but
we've just started the interview, so I've got plenty of time to get you one of those.
No, Eric. No, I want to have a good experience with you. You seem really nice, and I've heard very good things about you.
Thank you, and we'll give the shout out to Lucky Jean, by the way.
Yes, we will. We'll give a shout out to Lucky Jean.
and check out the interview we did a little while ago. That was a lot of fun, and we'll get everybody back again here soon.
Absolutely, please do.
So once you got started, and how long did it take, or have you even, it's not been that long, how long did it take before you got really comfortable with sitting down and turning the mic on?
I think probably a week in. And then I hit a stint where I tried using starting soon screens, and then it would just make me really anxious. But ever since I've stopped using the starting soon screens, I have no issues coming online and turning the mic on and just Yapping. I'm a very big yapper. I love talking. I could talk at a wall for hours,
That,
if I'm
that's
being honest.
that's perfectly fine. That's what we're here for is talking. But that's funny that you said that. The starting screen making you nervous.
It does, because like it's up and then I see that there's people there waiting and I'm like, oh no, they're waiting.
Yeah, and
I was like, how long do I keep them waiting? Like, is this long enough? Like, do I end it now? Do I wait like 5 more minutes? Like
yeah.
I was like, they're already chatting in there. Do I chat back or do I wait? Because I wanna just talk to them more than anything. I wanna just like be there and hear about their day while I play my silly little games and like do
That's
whatever it is that I'm doing.
this is the absolute first time I've heard this, and this is hilarious. Uh, it,
Oh,
it's really funny because you hear there are some people who don't like those things at all. I mean, and it's your mileage may vary, whatever folks want to do, and people have other different ways to do it. But some people use that to tune up microphones and make sure all the stuff is together and let them know they're there.
yeah.
It sound like you just had them up there to have them up there.
Well, like I know that people were the way it was recommended to me
Uh,
was that you use the starting soon screen as your time to make all your social media posts
well,
that you're live.
there you go.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll do that." But then I did it very quickly and they were like the what was recommended was to leave it for like 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And then there was one day where for some reason I was really just struggling to type. And I couldn't type words correctly. And I went over the 5 minutes and I had the immediately thought of like, oh no, I left the starting screen on for too long. And then I just got really anxious about it and I never did it again. So I keep my snickies up there with me and I'll chat with them while I make my social media posts. I'll be like, all right, this one's going on Twitter, this one's going on Blue Sky, and this one's for the Discord. How are we doing today?
This is it. Fear number 5 for starting VTubers, the starting screen.
It was one of those things that I didn't expect would give me anxiety, but I was like, oh, this is new. We're not doing this anymore.
Not brooking this. That's history.
Nope,
So,
not at all.
but I mean, just in talking with you, it sounds to me like you're pretty easygoing. And was it easy for you to pick up people to become a part of your community and continue to chat with them and keep them going?
I think so. I do have a lot of repeat viewers,
Hmm.
which is really nice. So I get to have I don't know if I'm thinking of the right word, but like daily conversations with them almost.
Yeah.
Even though I don't stream daily. Like if they told me in the previous stream that they are doing like experimenting more with their photography and like the red room that they're using just was not like developing the photos well, so they have to like find a new one, then I can now like later ask them like, "Oh, hey, like how's your red room hunt going?"
Yeah.
Like how
I have no idea what you're
things
talking
like that.
about with that.
Oh,
Are
it's like it's that room where you put the photos in and it
oh,
develops them. There's
oh,
like the tub with the liquid.
oh, yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I played Stardew Valley. I know where those are.
I actually haven't. Did you like it?
Oh, I have like between 30 and 40 save files.
Oh,
So
that's a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah. I
Is
really
wait,
did like it.
is there a lot of like story endings for
Hmm.
Stardew Valley?
Hmm.
That makes so much more sense now. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they keep adding to it. They keep adding more things to it. He does. It's only one person, and he keeps
That I
adding.
that I did know.
Yeah, it's once you get into it, you're going to lose entire thirds of your day. It really,
Oh no.
yeah, it really just you just like, no, I'm going to the next day. I'm gonna do the next day. And you just keep going. But just forewarned, you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to lose a lot of time.
Hey, I'm okay with that. I really like more cozy games like that. I've been debating getting Stardew Valley. It has been one of those games where I'm like, do I take the plunge or is it too late? Because
No,
it's an older game now, and I'm like, "Ugh,
well, I tell you,
I want to.
it's an older game, but they came out with a new update at the beginning of this year that I've avoided because it changes the game a little bit and adds more things to it. Because if I get
Okay.
into it, I will never be able to have time to do interviews. I mean,
Oh, so you're waiting.
oh yeah, I'm like, it's there. I'm not gonna touch it. It's it's that last piece of cake in the fridge. I'm not gonna touch it. Uh,
It's that last piece of cake in the fridge. I really like that saying. Oh my,
yeah,
I'm gonna steal that.
go right ahead. You can have
If
that one.
that's okay.
No, absolutely, absolutely. But it's right now it's forbidden for me because I will lose a lot of stuff in that time. So you talk about the cozy game. What other cozy games do you like?
I I will admit my definition of cozy is a little different than some people's definition of cozy. Like I really like Dredge and Hades, like the Hades franchise. Like
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
cozy games for me.
Well,
But
I
I
mean,
also
yeah.
I really like Tailside, which is a game that's kind of in development right now.
Mm.
You get to play a cute little fox and you're a barista.
Oh,
And you get to make the forest spirits lattes and cappuccinos, and I think it's really cute.
now that sounds like a real cozy game. Uh,
Oh, it is.
Hades.
It's cozy. Like I said, I the way I think of cozy games
Yeah.
is it's cozy to me. It doesn't require too much brain power. I can just sit there and smack stuff.
I understand that. I understand that because I've even got some games that are on my computer that I have to slow the computer way down to play. That are old games. That
Oh, like what?
Might and Magic 7.
Wait, is Might and Magic, is that the one where you play the different D&D classes and
Yes,
you have to find food
yes,
and there's like that running joke of elf like the elf shot the food?
right.
I know this game.
Oh, ho,
My
ho.
dad showed it to me.
Well, it's I played 1 through 8, and then they played one. They did one more that was really bad, but I played all of them all the
Oh,
way through. And that one I just keep going back to because it's just a comfort game more than anything else. I know where everything
I
is,
love
but
that.
yeah, it was a fun game. And again, a lot of these games are derivatives of Dungeons and Dragons. I mean,
Hmm.
that's just the way it is. And I just I could play it now. But I know where everything is, but it still doesn't matter. That's kind of my comfort game. It's not really a cozy game either, but I guess that falls under your description, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Uh,
just kind of whatever makes you feel at ease.
Yeah,
That's what I think a comfort game is.
yeah, yeah. There's a few of them out there. Is that what your audience likes when you're playing the comfort games?
I think they really like almost anything I do, if
Hmm.
I'm being honest. I do a lot, so I play some games. I will say that I have my dedicated day to Hades, which is Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday mornings from 8 to 10. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays is when I normally stream, but I'll try to fit in like collabs as well, and that can just be whatever people want to play with me.
Mm-hmm.
I do a little bit of ASMR,
Mm-hmm.
which is really more just me just chatting at my chat,
Yeah.
just very late at night, just talking about our days and like a whole bunch of different topics. Like last time I did the bedtime ASMR, we talked about medieval weaponry. So that was really fun. I
You're
got to
def-
learn about a whole bunch of different weapons
you,
from my
you,
chat.
I'm going to buy you a dictionary. I'm going to show
Oh,
you what the
I
what the term
I
cozy is supposed to mean. Not malls and maces.
no, but it's really fun. I like talking about those kinds of things. And admittedly, I did get it started because I think it was my fault. I started talking about trebuchets.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Trebuchets.
I think that one was my fault.
I'd say. I think when I was a young lad, Mom used to come in and tell me the story of the boy and the trebuchet, and it was all about medieval warfare, and I would go to sleep right away. I'm kidding.
Is that a real story?
No,
Oh, kidding.
no.
Eric, I was believing you.
Well, I got a poker face for radio. Um, the fact that you're able to do this though, I mean you've got an excellent voice for this, and
You think so?
yeah, absolutely. Especially the ASMR stuff. It seems like it's going to be right up your alley if you want to try that stuff, that sort of thing.
Oh, thank you. I do. It is one of my more popular things.
Hmm.
Uh, like people just come in and they'll sit in and lurk, which is totally fine with me. Like I said, I can talk at a wall for hours. So I love my lurkers.
And you would have been
Um,
a great radio person back when it back when it was still the heyday at the time, because we'd have situations where you'd have 10 minutes until a show and nothing to do but talk in a circle. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, fill the next 10 minutes, go.
Oh, perfect. We, Eric, we can do that right now. We
Oh,
can talk about anything.
yeah, that would be absolutely perfect. You'd make a well, you wouldn't make any money because it's radio, but you'd have a job. Yeah,
No, I get that. I get that.
yeah,
Yeah, the random topics that I can just riff off of is
mm,
astounding.
yeah.
So
Well, if you can
that
bring
would have
up
been
Might
great.
and Magic 7, I think that's pretty much that's pretty niche there.
Oh, yeah, I grew up as a big old nerd.
Mm,
I can't even sugarcoat it at all. Like my dad made sure that I knew all the nerd things basically. So they told me about Might and Magic and
mm,
Home I think it's called Homeworld.
mm-hmm.
It's like an old, old, old
Yeah,
MMO
yeah, really
where you
original.
were yeah, but it has a beautiful soundtrack.
Mm,
I miss it.
yeah.
There's no I can't find any digital copies of it, so I just have to go to YouTube and battle with the ads in order to listen to the soundtrack.
It's
Uh,
really sad. Some of these games that I played on my old Commodore 64. Uh, uh,
oh, the Commodore 64.
yeah,
Oh,
I bought that with one of my first paychecks. Um, and you can still find them on some archive sites, but
really?
yeah, but you can't actually play them because
Oh,
they move too fast. The Yeah,
oh,
the computers are too fast for them. So if you've got something that would last maybe 3 minutes in dialogue and moving around, suddenly it's boom gone next screen.
oh, that's so interesting though. But I guess it makes sense because like the way computers were back in the day, like that is not nearly at the processing power that it's at now.
Oh no, yeah, you had more processing power now, I imagine, in your left shoe than we had back in those days.
Right?
Yeah, very easily. But but oh, I'm going to sound even older than I am. We
That's okay.
I think we did kind of lose a little bit of some things with those games. Nowadays there's so much realism in some of these games that some of the imagination is gone. But it's just old man
Oh,
shouting at cloud, I guess.
no, I kind of understand what you mean because I especially like it's a different type of creativity I think that has to go into it. Like I know back in the day, the reason why a lot of video games were made as a pixel,
Hmm.
or with pixels is because the screens that they were being like popped up on,
Right.
like it muddled the edges so that it looked like real images, which is something that I found out has even happened just within the past decade because I was
Yep.
trying to play the Kingdom Hearts DS game on a new DS that I bought.
Right.
A new, quote unquote. It
Yes.
was a refurbished DS.
Good enough.
Um, but they put like a new HD screen on it
Yeah.
because that's what's available these days.
Right.
And it's so pixelated that it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like I would have to go in and like put a whole new rendering filter on it in order to get it to have that same kind of fuzzy,
Yeah.
soft texture that it used to have just with
Yeah.
like the older DSs.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine like
Oh.
how those games from like back then look now.
Oh, it's amazing. And that's because of the different screens. Obviously, they used to have the tube type giant screens. I mean,
Hmm.
I ran my C64 off of I think it was a 28-inch color TV.
Oh,
That was, obviously it was huge for, even now somebody have a 28-inch screen like that would be pretty big. But it also took up my entire desk. Um, the For that you still saw the pixels because the pixels were like 3 inches by 3 inches. I mean, but it does lose something in the translation, which is why I'm glad to see that some games are kind of re-skinning their games a little bit,
hmm.
reissuing them to update for this stuff, and
Yeah,
that's good because I don't want there's a lot of things that are really nice about them that you don't want to lose in the translation for
oh,
those stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah. Now, with get back to the ASMR just a little bit.
Sure.
have you thought about doing some of those ASMR scripts that are available?
I have. I've thought about doing some more of those like the sleep aid ones
Hmm.
where it's just kind of like, oh, your like significant other tucks you into bed or something and
Yeah,
kisses you goodnight, like
yeah,
things like that.
yeah. Your significant
Or
other
like,
finds the chainsaw that you used. On-
yes! Like I love those goofy ones too so much. There's one that I know a friend of mine wants to do that's like it's an ASMR script and it's like your boyfriend cleans your room and then dies. And I was like of all those scripts you chose from, that's the one you want to do. It's like at least you cleaned my room first, so I can't be too mad.
Thank, thank you, my darling. Get out now.
Yeah,
Drag the
thank you,
body
my
out.
darling.
Drag the body out onto the porch.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh, that's fun. Because I really think with the voice you've got and your obvious personality would work out really well. I think it would if you give that a shot. But um, with what you're doing right now,
Mhm.
um, it really just seemed like it's fit for you. I mean, you're enjoying your audience. Audience is
Yes.
enjoying you, and I mean, you can hear you smile when you talk. So it must be
Oh no.
must be pretty good for you. I mean, it really must be a big part of your life right now.
Kind of. I have mentioned it to a couple of friends, like in the real life IRL, because they know that whenever I accomplish really anything, I don't feel anything about it.
Mm.
Like I'll do something really cool, like I'll get a certificate, like a certification, or I'll win an award, or I'll do something really good at work or like my personal life, and I'll just kind of have like a, yep, I did that sort of a reaction.
Yeah.
But when I hit affiliate here for streaming, I was like, "Ah, I did it. I was like, I hit affiliate. And then I was like, wait a minute. That was an emotion. It's like maybe we'll stick with this for a while. Like that felt great.
Is that like the Star Trek when Mr. Spock was like, "Hmm, not logical,
Yes, exactly that.
not logical."
It's not logical.
Yeah, but it's also
Not logical, but good all the same.
yeah. I mean, it's something you're obviously enjoying enough to where making that goal does make you happy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which again, it took me completely by surprise. I wasn't expecting to be as essentially ecstatic
mm.
as I was when it happened. I was like, "Ah, I did it." I was like, we did the thing. I can do more VTubing things now. This means I'm good at it.
Well, I mean, has it carried over much into your life off stream? I mean, it doesn't sound like it's your someone who has trouble talking to folks or anything like that. Um, but is there been any carryover from your stream work to real life?
In what way?
Well, like has it changed anything socially for you, or how you talk to people, or how you react to things, or at
Not really, honestly, because like when I stream, I think of it more as like this is my face for the next three to 4 hours or however long I'm streaming.
hmm
And then when I turn it off, depending on like who I'm talking to as well, like if I'm in Discord servers with people, like I'll still keep it on a bit. But if I'm at home or if I'm out with like some of my IRL friends, like they know me as not S3rena. So
hmm
I'm not gonna be S3rena around them. That being said, I would like to preface that S3rena and like me are not very different at all. It's really just kind of like the way I say things or like the cadence in which I say things will be a little bit different. Like
Yeah,
I have different voices or like I have different jokes that I'll pull out of my hat
yeah,
uh for the different crowds.
that's cool. And I'm gonna take a stab here and do this because
Absolutely.
some folks say that having the avatar gives people a chance to actually be themselves more than they normally would.
Hmm.
Is this the case for you?
I don't think it's more than I normally would. Like I do still behave very much the same way outside of VTubing,
Hmm.
uh, as I do while I'm VTubing.
Mm.
So like a lot of my personality hasn't changed. I guess it's just more a matter of like what specific parts of my personality come out in the moment.
Mm.
'Cause I do have like the tendency to make a little joke sometimes. And I do. I flirt with my chat decently. I'm not like a super big flirt, but I might eventually be just because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Eh,
I do just kind of like I flirt with them, but I don't flirt as like aggressively with my real friends.
my.
Except for a select few. There are a few
Yeah. Yeah.
I
They know
that
who
I
they
flirt with
are.
in the same way. Yeah, yeah.
They know exactly who they are. Um,
Yeah.
but with this, um, if you hadn't done this,
Yeah.
do you think that you'd have found something else to fill the area? I mean, really, this is such a unique situation
Hmm.
and very I say niche again. I guess that
Yeah, yeah.
situation. There really isn't anything to substitute for it, is there?
I think I would have just done different things.
Mm,
So I like to paint
mm,
and write
mm,
and I do some like physical like sports as an activity
mm,
outside of YouTubing as well.
mm,
So I think I would have just been doing more of those things
mm,
as opposed to VTubing here.
mm.
But VTubing, I will say, is a much more unique outlet because it also lets me do some more graphic design and be creative in a very different way than those avenues typically would have
Absolutely.
for me.
So have you done art streams? A lot of them?
No, but I will be because I'm doing a donathon right now
Hmm.
actually because I have a surgery coming up.
Ah,
And I need money if
oh,
I'm
well, we'll make
uh
double sure that we make a mention that in the description here. So,
oh,
uh,
thank you, thank
yeah.
you. Yeah, so I'm doing a uncapped donathon slash subathon right now. So I have different rewards for a bunch of different things.
Hmm.
And I also have free options for rewards as well, because obviously, like, I'm not in a position to super give anything to anyone who's also doing a subathon. So I want to give like anyone who else may be in that same they can't give, but they want to support
Hmm.
a way to help as well.
Cool.
Um,
And
yeah, and so for one of the redeems that they got, they're actually getting two hand cam streams from me,
hmm.
and one ideally digital art stream from me
Hmm.
if I can swing it. If not, I'll just do another hand cam of my sketch pad.
So would you rather do the sketches or would you rather do digital?
So for the chibis, because I actually just hit 300 followers today,
Hey,
which was
congrats.
yeah, which is one of the reward goals, or one of the goals.
Right.
So the reward for hitting 300 is I get to draw chibis of all of my chat
Ooh.
with me.
That's cool.
So that I would like to do as a digital art stream and just like sit down for 5 hours or something like that and really draw them out, get them in there.
Yeah.
But for one of my other redeems that I did, I over COVID I got really into painting and
Mm,
I got really into painting animals and
okay.
like still lifes and things like that. So I did pet portraits to
Oh,
make money.
nice.
Yeah, while like jobs were kind of a little iffy, so
Yeah.
I would draw pet portraits for people
Yeah. Jobs
to
were
bring in a
very
little more
iffy.
cash. Yeah,
Jobs
and
are.
I got really good at it.
Yeah.
Um,
You that
so I'll be
so you're the kid in The Sims who gets born with the art capability, and we live off of you for the rest of the.
I'm hoping. But yeah, so one of the redeems is like I'll do a hand cam stream of me painting anyone's pet that they want me to draw,
Hmm.
or want me to paint, I should say,
Yeah.
on like a big canvas, and I'm gonna keep it.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
All my Snicky's pets.
So, what's it like being talented?
What's it like being talented? A lot of practice, actually. I
Oh, well,
know I
heck
know
with
there's
that.
some like especially with art.
Yeah.
Art really is like yes, there's some aspects of it where it's like, oh, like there's you have to be talented in a specific way and it's like not really, not with art. You really just have to be willing to put in the work and put in the practice.
Mm.
I think the only time quote unquote talent comes into question is if like if the content of what you're making is considered marketable. Then it's like if it's marketable, you're talented, which isn't always true, in my opinion.
Yeah, they used to pay me to not do art.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I used to threaten to draw people, and they'd say, "No, here's $5, go away."
How did you do that? How do I do that?
Sorry, you're talented.
I want $5.
Sorry, you're too talented. You can't have
I'm
my
too
side of
talented.
this
No.
is my side of the street, kid. Get on your own side. the
I'll get one of those like like those extendy like slappy hands and like slap the $5 from across the street and bring it over to my side.
that would be just my luck. I finally find a
No,
scam that
I
works.
wouldn't do that to you, Eric. I wouldn't.
Well,
I'd let you keep it.
oh, I think. Well, I'll split it with you. The
Oh, you'll split it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. You get to talk to him because you got to bring him in with your personality, and then I'll scam the money off of him. It'll work that way.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Let's do it.
the With that, you also mentioned writing. So, what type of
Yes.
writing do you do, and have you always been a journal writer early, and then wrote other things later?
So very briefly, I was a sports journalist.
Oh,
I listen, Eric, if I went through the list of all the jobs that I've ever worked in my life, it's very I don't even know the right word, but I've done a lot.
mm. If you were a sports
So,
journalist, then you know exactly what it is when I say take all the free stuff you can get.
yes.
Mm.
Yes. So yeah, no, I did sports journalism for a little bit.
Mm.
And that was the only and I did also did a just kind of general blog posting for
Mm.
people. I did a little bit of ghostwriting.
Yeah.
Uh, I've also in my downtime, I have done like poetry and like fiction.
Mm.
I did one start of an autobiography and then I never or not autobiography, of a biography of someone, and then we never finished it.
Mm.
It was just one of those things that kind of fell through.
Well,
So it's okay.
it's a project, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
but again, I ask you, what's it like to be talented?
I, I don't think it's so much as like me being talented specifically as me seeing an opportunity and being like, I'll do it. I
Yeah.
will do it. Sign me up. Let me
Well,
do the thing.
but that harkens to curiosity and wanting to do it, and having the want
Yeah.
to do it, and that I imagine plays very well into your VTubing, having the curiosity to talk with your chat and find a little bit about them and interact with them in that way, and that develops stronger bonds.
Oh, 100%. I would agree with that.
Well, yeah, and I say it again. Yeah, I think this is a situation where you might have gotten into it to see how far you've gone, but you're kind of in the rabbit hole now.
Oh, Eric, I really am. I'm like deep in it. I'm having so much fun and I'm meeting a bunch of really cool people.
Yeah.
And like there's like some of the people that I've met, like there's no way
Mhm.
I would have met them otherwise if I hadn't started VTubing.
Mhm.
And they're already amazing. They're already so great. And I can't believe that I even just have like the pleasure of knowing them,
Mm.
if I'm being honest. Like they're truly incredible. If I could shout out all my friends, we would be here for another hour. So
Well,
I won't start, but I would.
well, speaking for them, we are privileged to know you as well. Thank you so much for coming on. It's
Absolutely.
great talking to you. I say we'll start our coming up in this next year. We're going to be doing some part two interviews where we bring folks back and check up on them. But you let me know if you
Oh
got some
yeah?
big events coming up other than the Donathon, which is going on right now. Please help if you can.
Absolutely.
And we'll have all the links to your stuff up on the description for the interview. Uh,
Yeah, I
S3rena,
do.
thank you so much.
Of course. I have You said other events. I do have two.
Well, go ahead. Let us know.
Yeah, I am doing a party animals tournament where
Mm.
I will be. So I'm Puerto Rican,
Hmm.
and I will be representing the Puerto Rican team.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a 3-day event, first weekend of December.
All
So
righty.
I will be doing that, and then I will be doing a secret collab that I can't quite say later on in December as well.
Mm.
I know,
Watch this
just
space.
a little mystery.
Yeah, okay. I'm so glad to meet you, and it's absolutely wonderful talking with you. Um,
Oh, I had a great time.
yeah, I think you got a lot more good stuff coming, and folks need to get on the train while they can. Um, we'll have all the links coming up in the description for the video. Again, help out with the donathon if you can. Um, S3rena, thank you so much.
Oh, no, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. I was so excited when I got your message. I was like, Eric Loy wants me to interview with him. Let's go.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.